Okay. Okay. Warm up. I need to find a way, or sorry, a better way to place that, brain turned off. To place the, ward in the bush behind Red from Baron Pit. Because I am not having any consistent luck with. Like, I know what to do. Just stand in a little crack, click halfway down the leaf, but it's like really, really precise. And click halfway down the leaf, quote unquote, is one, the leaf is very hard to see in fog, and two, in game it's kind of hard to quickly pinpoint halfway down the leaf, and if you're off by like a pixel, it doesn't go in the bush, or you walk away automatically. So I'm just gonna jump around on some minions really quick and then go and figure that out. Slow down. What? Why can I not? Oh, I was on the wrong keybind setup. Well, good thing I noticed that. Let's just jump on some dudes. Dudes. Like this. Cool. Okay. I like let's see. Okay. I like doing this just because. Well, that was weird. There was like a delay between when I could do it. Yeah, see, that's the kind of stuff where if you're doing it smoothly, that's what it looks like. You like, because you can buffer them, so you're just perfectly smooth. Alt E. That looks like that. That's what it should look like. I don't know if I should. I kind of, instead of W auto Q, I think I want a W Q auto. Like that's what I normally do. This. I'm thinking I want to like build the habit of doing it the other way around. So like, yeah, WQ auto. Just because like, if I Q second, the heal starts a little bit earlier, and I've had that cost me a couple times. Also, I just canceled the other there. Also, I believe, yeah, if you auto then Q. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say if you auto then Q, there's like a frame where they're on the ground and they could technically flash before you get the Q. That feels faster for some reason. Yeah, like I can get the Q and the auto. Is it? I don't even know. Okay, so if I do that... Okay, no, I guess you can auto like instantly. Okay, no, I just gotta... Can I buffer it? Like if I... Okay, you can buffer it. Okay, yeah, never mind. That's probably still better then. Unless I go... Wait, does that not buffer it? Am I... Hold up. Oh yeah, no, you do want to auto after the W. Okay. There's like such a weird timing. It feels like it's not consistent when you can auto. Maybe not? Oh, okay, I see. I think if you... So like, okay, one of those attacks was delayed for some reason, and I don't know why. But it's okay. I don't know. Is it like... Oh, okay. I just need to make sure I issue the attack before I land. Yeah, okay, I think that's what it is. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, never mind, that's right. Okay, that's all I do. I need to Q faster though. I'm worried about clipping the auto attack with the Q. Like that. What is the timing? Okay, so you go. Okay, so it's dash, Q. I like thinking of it as like a rhythm. It's and then you Q. Q. Got it. So it's just, I need to build that muscle memory. Oh! It's when glacial procs, I think, that my auto is slower. Is that the case? Like, cause that had an auto in it. Yeah. Is it when glacial procs? It is! Oh my god, glacial procking messes up the auto timing. That's so weird. Okay, let me just double check to make sure I'm not fucking this up. Yeah! That's so weird. That's really weird. Okay, so I guess if I have glacial, I do want to Q first. Because I can go... that if I don't have glacial, but I'm usually going to have glacial. And if I have glacial and I try and do that, yeah, like you just don't get the auto attack in. It's like, for whatever reason, glacial procking stops your auto attack ability. Your auto attack ability? Is glacial cooldown 20 seconds? It's 25 seconds. Or is that based on game time? I think it's just a flat 25. Okay, so if I have glacial, I do actually want to go that. That's so weird. That is so weird. Am I just like tripping out? Is that like just... That is so weird. I gotta take a note of this. Okay, just found something weird. Usually you can W basic Q before enemy lands because the basic attack is almost instant after W. However, it seems like if you proc Glacial with W, that prevents attacking immediately? Is that actually true? Am I just tripping? Am I just tripping? Has anyone else noticed that? Yeah, okay. So weird. Yeah, I'm testing now. It's consistently doing it for me.
Turret plating will soon fall.
I'm tripping out. It's almost like Glacial itself counts as your basic attack, which puts it on cooldown or something. I have no idea. It's so weird. Yeah, I can't, like, I'm actually issuing the basic attack and I can't with the glacial procs. I'm so confused. Okay, so right here, like every time I do this, I feel like it's broken. So W, immediately click, and do I basic attack here? W click. Yeah, like see how long that delay is versus that? You can see it better if I'm further away with the cape, right? Okay, well, let's actually hit the target. Like that. Right? Like that. Versus... Here, I won't Q. I'll just... Okay, well, I have to hit the target. Yeah, like what the heck? Yes, get distracted. Well, Ranku. I just found a weird broken thing on Rakan. Glacial procs interrupt his basic attack after W. So, like, without glacial, go Q a still, or other way around. Q W basic Q before, but with glacial, you literally can't. You have to just not basic attack. Maybe it's just better to, like, even though it's slower, just because that glacial changes it, maybe it's better to just build the habit of always Q and then auto attack. Or just not hit the W. That works too. Like, maybe that's just safer, right? Because I think that works the same either way. Even that, you can feel the auto attack is slower. So weird. Yeah, oh well. Okay, let's do what I actually wanted to do before. Oh, I need words. You. Like right here, you stand at this crack, and then you. This leaf here, it's not this top leaf, it's the second leaf. You ward halfway down the leaf, and it goes in the bush. But I find in a game, it's hard to do that quickly. Like, so you go here, and then you go. Yeah. Okay, maybe I need to just lock my camera. Is that what it is? Go here, lock camera, halfway down bush. Nope. Go here. Can I get in closer to the wall? Is there like a secret place? Okay, yeah. Camera centered and then halfway down bush. No, okay. So basically it's like, this is the problem that I have. If you're like off by a pixel, like that works, right? If you're off by a pixel, you either walk around or it's out of the bush. So I need to find a better lineup for it. Because the one down here, did I just attack Baron? The one down here is fairly easy. It's like you can just stand anywhere between this little line and this little line. And then there's like this crab claw leaf thing, right? And you just put it in the bottom of that crab claw leaf, and it just, like, that's consistent. I really want a better lineup for this. Maybe this top leaf works? Nope. Lull dodge? What the heck is lull dodge? Ooh, is that easier instead of going for that other leaf? Basically, I was going halfway down this leaf. You can kind of see it. I'm wondering if this leaf is better. If I get into this corner and then lock my camera, if you click at the tip of the leaf, it's not in the bush. If you click... How far down can I click and not walk backwards? Okay, now that's walking backwards. No, that's still walking. Yeah, like this is like... Okay, so it's still like pixel perfect placement. Unless I can like center my vision here or something. Can I click the top of that leaf? Like halfway down here? Nope. There has to be some like... Because this is how I've always done this, right? Where you come in here and do that, and if you get the pixel perfect click, then you get the ward in the bush, otherwise you run away or you waste your ward, and then you're sad. That's how I've always done it. I really want a more consistent thing. Like this one's easy too, because you just stand like there's this like purple crack thing. You just go to that purple crack and you click basically anywhere on this bush or this thing, and it goes into that. So that's not a big deal. But like, there has to be a, and this indicator isn't good because it's at whatever height your champion's at, and this ground is lower than that ground, so that's why you can place a bit farther than what it looks like you can. Like that. Probably just get better with time at it. Oh well. With time. Been doing it for literal years. A literal decade. And that word still sucks. It's that I think is honestly like the single hardest word in the game. Like if I stand there and think about it, I can do it, but you don't have time to do that in game. You have to just like click the button. Which is why I miss it like half the time in game, because I'm not spending the time to perfectly line stuff up. Ooh, I almost queued mid accidentally. That would have been bad. Oh, I just saw your chat. I had it covered. Just so you know, once I am in game, I'm gonna mute my mic and not pay attention to chat. I don't want to use my W though, is the problem. Like, cause if they see me, it's like I want to be able to walk up and place it without thinking about it. Like all the other wards, the second hardest ward is probably the one from River into Red Side Tribrush is the second hardest one, but there's a really clear visual indicator lineup that once you know what the visual is, it's very easy to tell where you have to stand. It's like click on this shrub and then click on that little rock, and it works every time. But if you don't know that, it's then it's like basically impossible. But once you know that, it suddenly just magically becomes easy. Whereas the Baron one, to me, is still a feel thing. Oh my god, that'll be amazing. Yeah. Ban a gangplank is what this should say. A gankaplanka. Banye gangplank.
Come back stronger.
He'll come back stronger. But he won't, because he's not coming back in my games until he's weaker. Or my top laner hovers him as last pick, and then the enemy team gets him, and then he shits on our team. Okay, so we have a mid Twitch and a bottom Varus. So hopefully our jungler or top laner picks some kind of frontliner, because this is very front to back team comp right now. And if we just get like an assassin jungle and a fighter top lane, we're just gonna have to hope. Okay, that's a Viego and a Lux and a Teemo on the enemy team. Currently, I'm thinking ooh, okay, we have Sedge jungle. We can just play the scaling game here. We don't need to be super aggressive. I'm still gonna go for like jungle, can you help me? Our top laner who hasn't picked yet and has last pick counter pick asks if jungle can help. We have a Zac top lane by the looks of it. I actually like this team comp. I'm fine with it. Varus does enough magic damage that even though it's double 80... Oh, never mind, someone dodged. I'm going to quickly leave Q, because if I don't leave Q, then they can ban Rakan, knowing I want Rakan, so I'm just going to leave Q and wait for a little bit. But yeah, that team comp was fine. Zac, Sejuani, Rakan, Varus, Twitch. Like, you might be like, oh, that's double AD carry, but then it's like, Rakan does a good amount of magic damage. Sejuani and Zac do a good amount of magic damage. Varus does, like, depending on how he builds, like 25 to 75% magic damage. And then Twitch is like, depending on how he builds, either physical damage or true damage. Veep. I re-queue. Yeah, whenever someone dodges a game, I always leave queue and re-queue. Literally, like, just so the enemy doesn't have like a, oh, I should ban Rakan because the support wanted Rakan. I realize in this queue it might get banned, but there's a higher chance it gets banned in the previous queue. Q yo 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 yo. Oh, there's a chance that I'm in the same lobby anyway, because our top laner is a Zac. No, our jungler is a Graves, and our mid is an Aurelion Sol. So far, I think Aurelion Sol has been banned in like 80+% of the games that I've played. I've also learned that Fizz is almost 100% presence in this ELO. Or MMR, sorry. It's not ELO anymore. Yeah, okay, Aurelion Sol's banned. Depending on what our mid laner picks here, this team comp can go for picks or front to back. Okay, that's a Kale. I believe Kaisa scales fairly well. Swain Taric. Is that a Swain Taric bot lane?
Let's dance.
Okay, if that is Swain Taric bot lane, I just need to be aware for the... Oh, no, okay. There's Samira. Still need to be careful, but... Kaisa Rakan versus Taric Samira. As long as the Samira doesn't get a bunch of kills, I feel like we'll outscale her. Obviously, Taric ult is always scary. Their team is very, like... Taric ult on a Samira or a Swain can be terrifying. Especially with a Gnar. Gnar is weird. He's good at team fighting, but only if you're good enough at Gnar to manage your rage, fury, anger, hatred. I don't know what it's called. Honestly, this game I'm fine, I think, with just playing for scaling. I know they have a Taric and a Swain who both scale well, but Samira doesn't scale all that well. Not meta, but he can fairly well. I think it's Swain Samira bot with a Taric jungle though. Basically all we have to do is not die early, and I feel like we win. Because Kale and Kaisa both scale really well. Contesting the bush here is going to be a little bit scary though, because if I get clawed or something, they can just like insta-kill me. So I might actually just not bother with that. Yeah, I'm going to go ward their red. I'm just going to go ward their red. Okay, I'm muting my mic.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned. has been slain. Turret plating will soon fall. Enemy rampage. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. An enemy is unstoppable. destroyed. Ace. A summoner has disconnected.
Okay, well, I think that was one of those unwinnable games. I'm gonna review it quick because obviously there's things I could probably optimize, but my team really, 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 really did not want objectives. Like, I pinged, I believe, as much as I possibly could at many times when we could. I just lost 1 LP from that game, by the way. I just got -1 LP. I feel like I did basically everything I could. At the end there, I didn't think that that fight was going to win, but it was kind of like a Hail Mary. Hopefully they troll, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But I threw away my perfect game because it was fine. There was just potential chance for them to be stupid. In terms of the macro stuff, there were a couple times I could have backpinged someone, like when Graves randomly ran into the river to try and 1v5 them at Baron when he was really far behind. But like I should have pinged him back there, but at the same time, that's like, I don't blame myself too much because at the time I was thinking about ways to come back into the game, so my mind was preoccupied with like future strategic decisions, like can we push mid, can we set up bot side for dragon, can we blah blah blah. I left lane a lot. I wasn't in lane, like, I mean, I had to go bot a little bit more than I would have wanted to, but the only reason I had to go bot that much that game, like literally the only reason, is because our team wanted nothing to do with Rift Herald, right? Like if we got Rift Herald pressure mid, they can't just sit bot. But our Graves didn't want Rift Herald. He wanted to try and trade for a dragon that we couldn't, or he wanted to force a dragon that there was no way we could contest, kind of thing. Like overall, this is one of those cases where I feel like I communicated pretty clearly, but team just wasn't in the mood to listen, which is fine. That happens. Happens to the enemy team too. I also had a couple people give up.
30 seconds until minions.
Yeah, that Gnar was off of Fountain, like, really fucking late. I did not expect to see Gnar walking to Bush here. That means he left Fountain at, like, 20 seconds or so. Actually, when did he leave? Yeah, he left in, like, 20 seconds. Okay, they all came off Fountain really fucking late. I figured Gnar would already be in this bush. So I was a little bit scared that their team would collapse because the Gnar was so late. But right here, I'm telling Zach to go in this bush. He didn't get the memo of not going in, but we weren't all here, so that's fine. I was just trying to get vision. The fact that he came around let me just walk out. Normally I would sit here and wait for the team to push up and that kind of stuff, but whatever. They're trying to cheese bot. Basically my plan for this game was, okay, we have a Kayle and a Kai'Sa who both scale really well. Zach also scales really well, and I scale really well. The only one who I think is more early mid-game oriented is Graves, but we have a lot of really good scaling. Obviously Taric scales, but quite frankly in this rating I don't expect Taric and Nars to be able to play their champions very well. So I wasn't too worried about it. Basically my mentality going into this was literally just, okay, initial thought was I can't contest Bush early. The reason I warded here was because I'm thinking if I try and contest Bush, every time you left 2v1, but being there would have been... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Which is... That's just because the Kai'Sa, like, wanted to fight all the time, right? But, I mean, even if she was turbo feeding like that, it doesn't matter if we get Rift Herald, because they're sitting down here killing Kai'Sa, and we're like, yo, sup, we're in your base killing your Nexuses, right? And I think... So basically... In the early game, though, okay, let's just go through this step by step. Early game, my pregame plan was I can't contest these bushes because if I try to, Swain's claw hitbox is just like, it's, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it's approximately this big, right? He can just like walk into the bush, and if I'm there, he can be like, okay, I throw a giant fucking claw hitbox, and just then this guy or the Samira goes on you, and bad things. Like I just felt like I couldn't. But they come in from here because they're trying to cheese us early game. Like they're going for a cheese instead of just playing the game normally. And because of that, they come in, Swain randomly wastes his claw for no reason. And I think I get a free W on one or both of them, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Which is just like... I ignited him. I wasn't planning on igniting him originally because I actually didn't know how much silly damage we had, but when he ignited I was like, okay, I'll ignite too. But yeah, so they just trolled. That's all I can think of for that one, because I feel like we lose this early lane really hard. I could be wrong, but like I don't think we win this lane. I think it's just that they trolled really hard. Like instead of just being in lane and getting a level advantage and zoning us off because Rakan's weak early, and Kaisa wants like a couple levels. She doesn't take a long time to come online, but level 1 is like she's not like super weak useless, but like compared to this lane we are way weaker in my mind. And we did kill them, but I think that's because they fucked up and not because I was wrong about the assessment, I think. Also, they're just standing in Glacial focusing the Kaisa, which is like, lol, you're doing 10 or 15% less damage. I forget what the actual specific number is. Yeah, like I honestly was like, okay, I can't contest the bushes here. We're gonna lose early. I'm just gonna be patient, scale up, maybe hit like level 4 or 5, and then I can start looking for cheeky things if Swain ever throws his claw. But they just decided to lose the game because they wanted to cheese us and didn't get the cheese, so they just lost the game. And then Kaisa decided to die, and then, Samira decides to die. And then, so right here, I play enough Taric jungle, weirdly, to know that his early gank threat is possible. But in my mind, the reason I disrespected this gank was because originally the plan was just play safe, don't die to these guys, maintain health, try to contest level 2 and clear the wave if we can, but if they are like... if something really goes wrong, we just kind of concede and just conserve health. So I was thinking Taric's not going to be able to get a gank because we're either going to push the second wave into tower instantly or we're just going to fall back and wait. And then after we killed them, I'm like, okay, Taric could gank early, but his gank is useless because Swain is dead, obviously, and Samira is super fucking chunked out. So if Taric comes in, all we do is we just stand here and kill him. Right? Like that's just all I'm thinking. Like we just literally ignore the fact that Taric could gank. I didn't expect a level 2 cheese gank though. I figured it would be more like level 3 with both buffs, or level 3 like he does all of his camps, hits level 3, then comes back. But even in this case, I think I was right in that if we just, maybe I should have like, I guess the only difference here in this play is I should have pinged back because she was completely bloodlust tunnel visioned, right? Like her brain had fully left her head at this point. So I should have spam pinged on this person like 4 or 5 times to back, and then pinged attack on this person. Because like right now in her world, this isn't her, even if like this is her screen, her actual view is currently like the human player view is like not even that, it's like this, right? Like this is what, actually there's a tower in the screen there. This is probably roughly what the Kaisa can actually see as a human being right now. So I should have just spam back pinged on this. And attack this. That's the only difference. That might have made a difference. I don't know. She probably still would have ran in and inted, but that was my chance to potentially make a difference. And 1 in 10 Kaisas would follow that, so up the win rate a little bit. But she decides to flash under tower, which 100% not worth. And then because of that, we have this really horrible trade, which I just wanted to push this in. I could have pinged, yeah. Basically, I could have pinged better. But overall, I'm happy with my play. I just needed to ping better. And then here I'm just back pinging because that Graves was also tunnel visioned. Yeah, right here I started back pinging. So I recalled. I wasn't 100% sure if I should recall or go to the Graves here because I knew the Taric was going up. My logic was I'm recalling because their Swain and Samira both just died. So I have a ton of gold. They're going to come back at full health. I'm half health. Even if I could go mid or like river here and help with this and make a play, potentially. The problem is even if we kill the Taric, I'm then stuck in lane under half health with, I think, no potions left. Oh, sorry. I have 2 potions. I conserve them because I didn't need them. But still, I'm stuck in lane, half health, with a lane that they could freeze on this side because we have this coming and they could freeze there and there's nothing I can fucking do. So this is like back because I'm not going to get a better back timing. Yeah, but I'm not worried about what like the thing is like I can't control what like where she's going to flash, right? So it's like I think the correct thing for me to do is to take the safe, consistent play. Like the high risk reward play is for her, like try to go for the Samira, hope that she flashes, blah, 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 all that, which I think is silly because that's focusing on like hoping my AD carry can like play better than the AD carry. Whereas I think the correct play is to just spam ping back so she doesn't risk killing herself, and then we can just kill the Taric for free and run away. Sure, the Samira would live on like 1 HP, but we get a free kill on the Taric. And that's more in my control because I don't have anything I can do to the Kaisa, right? Yeah, I have the delay on normal delay because it is higher quality and I wasn't planning on interacting with chat really when doing this. But yeah, I'm happy with the decision. I just needed to communicate it better. Oh, my game audio is messed up. Hello, let's try. I honestly think I just need to communicate better. And right here, I was worried that these two are gonna bloodlust and like go in and feed a double kill. So I started spam pinging, which I think is fine. Coming back into lane because I recalled earlier than I wanted to. Ideally, I want to recall on the 4-minute cannon wave. Oh yeah, like if she bloodlusts or something, it's like sure, just hope she plays well, but. The main reason I didn't like it was because I didn't ping her back and suggest we focus the Taric. Like, that's my misplay, right? Like, whatever she does, whatever, I don't care. My... my misplay was not pinging her back and saying focus the Taric. Because if we focus the Taric, we're both full health. The Taric has blue buff, no red buff. Samira's at 1 HP. If Samira comes in at any point to try and fight, she just instantly dies to a random Kaisa Q. Like, that's not even targeted at her. Right? So it's like, going back is the higher percentage play. Even if this was double lift and could flash perfectly and go for the Samira, then come back and blow all that kind of thing, that's still higher risk reward. I'd rather just take the safe play. So I really should have just pinged it, basically. And I didn't. Because I was thinking too much. So right here, my thoughts are, we knew that Taric tried to level 2 cheese gank bot. And because of that, I know that... Okay, when I say I know, I mean like my belief of the correct optimal play that he should do is not I know, because obviously he could just run straight back bot and try and gank us again. But I'm thinking, okay, Taric has to go top here, because if not, he's out of the game. He should already be fairly far behind Graves because of that cheese gank. But Yeah, so I'm just thinking that, and I'm like, okay, cool. Well, they have fed now. Like we have a commanding lead over them, like a very, very strong lead over them, right? So I'm just thinking I'm gonna try and posture as aggressively as I can, and anytime that Swain randomly throws a claw for no reason, or Samira tries to go for a last hit, I'm going to just try and fight them, basically. Go for two-step kills, effectively. Like, dash in, chunk them to half, go back, and then next time kill them. Right here I was sad, because I just used Sweeper, and they warded that, and then I had to use my pink ward, which is bleh. But I don't like pinking bushes, because pinking a bush tells the enemy jungler that you don't have a pink out here, or in here, which kind of makes you a lot more vulnerable. I think this is a micro thing, but instead of pinking this, I think what I should have done was actually just ping back on Kai'Sa like 16 times. Okay, maybe not, but ping back on Kai'Sa, because the waves reset right now, right? So I think what I should have done was ping back on Kai'Sa and then just fallen back into this bush. That's giving them a little bit of space, but it keeps my pink ward in my inventory, which I think is more valuable than dropping it here. And it also forces them to walk up more so we can bully and look for engages. And it simultaneously makes us less vulnerable to ganks. Even though I didn't think we were going to get ganked because I knew Tarek had to go top. Basically, the TLDR is, because we're shitting on them at the moment, instead of, like, I don't need to, like, use attrition here to, like, starve them of resources because we have such a big lead. I can just look for getting their wave onto our side as much as possible and then try and kill them. So it's kind of like, it's not a massive misplay, but it's like, because if I was just gave that up and come here, then she's going to come up for a last hit thinking this is safe. And then I can, like, go in, like I could flash W or something, right? That's fine though. But yeah, so I'm just looking for chances to try and get them to half health so I can then follow up for another engage. Right here I just wanted to go into fog, basically make them think I'm not there, because they have, like, they know I pinked this and whatnot. So I walk off this way, so now they don't know where I am, right? So they just have to be afraid. And if they step out of line, then I can do something like that. The Tarek also came bot a bit faster than I anticipated again, but I think that's just because he cleared so quick earlier, it gave him like an earlier chance to come back bottom. Though I guess this is a fairly normal second gank timing. I think what really happened here is, I should have been aware of this, the 5 minutes. That's like really sketch. Yeah, I think just what I should have done here was, because we're at the time where we could get ganked, in my mind we were fairly safe, but this doesn't actually reveal this path, which is really freaking annoying. But what I should have done here instead of this, because we're at 4:30, I'm like, I was aware of the gank timing, right? Like I position here because of the gank timing. But then when he steps out of line, I should have taken that as a bait. But really, I think what I actually should have just done here was like ping to push this wave, literally like push and then just W the wave and just get it in and then reset. I think is the correct play. Just because it's at this timing, like the standard, like 4:30, 5:15-ish, is a very normal second clear gank timing. But yeah, so that's what I should have done here. That's okay. It's okay. I guess the other way to look at it was, I was like, this is not what I was thinking in game, but if the Kai'Sa had been at all conserving mana, we're probably strong enough to 2v3 them. So that's another approach. But I needed to like somehow communicate for her to not waste all of her mana at every moment. I just let her die there because... So right here... Oh no, it's not here. Here I went to hover around mid, I believe, because I know that Akali just hit... Or sorry, not just hit, but is going to hit 6. And I'm figuring she's gonna like instantly try and kill the Kale with the level advantage. So I headed here just so I could like hover around, and if something happened... I know they saw the sweepy thingy, but... whatever this is called, scryer, the plant. So they know someone is nearby. They don't know it's me. They don't know if it's Graves, etc., etc. And hitting it up here, the whole point was just to get vision. Even if all it does is it causes Akali to back off, I'm totally fine with that. Because then the Kale can like hit level 6, recall, buy some stuff, come back, feel safe. So I'm fine with that. Akali commits here, so I'm waiting for Akali to really commit before I go in, even though she dashed forwards. So like right here, woo, she, my brain just turned off, uses the thingy. I was waiting for her to like super freaking commit to the thing. I should have been more patient with the W, obviously, but... I flashed just because... Honestly, I wasn't 100% sure that she couldn't kill me. I've seen, like, when I saw that much damage, my brain processed that damage chunk weird. I didn't need to flash here. I was fine. Basically, I was worried her Q was gonna kill me. Because, like, right there, when I took that much damage from her, like almost half of my health. It was like 2/5 of my health. I didn't process that as Q-base empowered basic attack, so I was worried that she could do it again, but she couldn't. I wasted flash. It happens, but it's a defensive flash. We get her anyway. And then she dies the moment in lane. I'm just soaking XP. Okay, so right here I start. This is where I was like not sure what to do anymore, right? So I think at some point fairly soon, I'm like, okay, my goal currently, my next goal is I want to get into tower as soon as possible so I can recall, buy some stuff, and go get Rift. So fairly soon, I start pinging for Rift, like, relentlessly. And then I go and hover around here, and the team really fucking wants nothing to do with it. So it's kind of like, okay, I do everything I can to get them to try and do Rift. But then I realize that this is not, it's not going to happen. So I start hovering down towards Dragon, I believe. But yeah, we should... So I see the... Yeah, exactly. So that's me pinging Rift right now. So I see Graves starting to recall. I saw Graves starting to recall, and then I pinged Rift, and then he went to do these, which is cool. Nothing wrong there. So what I say is, okay, he's doing this, so let's push this out. And let's just push this out, right? Because we want to reset on a good tempo. I'm sad that I only fucking hit one minion. I probably just should have waited for like a frame here. This is like a mechanics thing. I want a W here, but I should have waited. That's fine. I know how to fix that W in the future. Okay, so they want to gank us, but I'm like, no. My goal is to get to Rift right now, right? So we're hella pushed up because we're crashed a wave, resetting. I saw Graves do this thing, so I'm like, cool, he was going to recall, did this. He's going to head to Rift. I'm spam pinging it, doing everything I possibly can. Recall. And I think he's I right here. I think he's heading towards Rift, and I'm like, hey, cool. But then I think he feeds the Akali. If I remember correctly. Like I needed to back ping when I saw him going into mid lane. Is what it comes down to. So I think that's my misplay in all of this. Because I think right here he would have done Rift if he lived. Because later I could not get him. Like for the life of me, I could not get him to. But it looked like he was actually heading towards Rift. So I think what I needed to do, the misplay, was not just back pinging, right? Because like at this point the Akali's not fed. She's okay farm, not fed. Like before the kill, she was 1 kill. Kale has 1 kill. Kale has bad farm. Akali has okay farm. When I saw Graves going up here, if I had just backpinged him, because like there's no point of him going to 1v1, like coin flip a fight against an assassin who has 2 levels on you, or at least I think it's 2 levels. It's 1 or 2 levels. Like she's a mid laner against a jungler. She's ahead in levels is my point. So if I just backpinged him, even if he went in and fed, then I would have been happy with my play because I would have done what I could. But if he had listened to it and just went over here and like, I don't know, did wolves as I was coming up or something, we could have gotten Rift. That probably would have changed the game. I don't know what the odds are that he would have listened to the ping, but right there is probably like, yeah. So basically, there are a couple really bad plays where the main misplay that I had was not backpinging my team. Which, again, if I backping them and they don't listen, whatever, then I'm at least happy with my play, right? And in a different game, it wouldn't go that way. I have a cat coming to say hi. Just a moment. Hello, kitty. Oh, you're so squishy. Hi. Hi, buddy. Why are you wet? Why are you wet? Did you stick your head in your water bowl? You are wetted, kitty. Good kitty. Good kitty. You want a blanket? I have a blanket. Blanket kitty. Need to actively back ping teammates when I know a play is bad, even if I'm not there. This is like probably one of my biggest weaknesses as a player. Just I'm working on like making compensation plays. It's not like when I go in and make a compensation play, it's not like a tilt play per se. Like I'm not saying like fuck this game, I need to go and just kill them and do it. It's not like that. It's team is doing something that I know is stupid, and I'm like, okay, well I have to try and let's do the wrong, like doing the wrong thing together is better than doing the right thing alone, right? But I need to not do that, which I'm working on, and I've been doing a lot better at it recently, which is good because that's an actual weakness I have. Another big weakness is I need to get more confident with back pinging people off of poor plays. Like, because like the Graves here, we're trying to go to Rift. The Graves decides to coin flip an Akali fight when the Akali is much stronger than he is, when he could have just done brain turned off what the hell this camp is called, wolves, and Gromp, which I don't actually know jungle well enough to know the exact gold value, but I'm guessing that this and this together are worth like 200 gold, somewhere around there, maybe 150, 200 in that ballpark. And then we could have come up here, we would have all been together, and then because we just pushed this out bot, they're gonna have to like respond to that, and we would have got this. And that all stems from me just not back pinging the Graves, so I just need to do that more. Because like it's kind of weird, it's like when I'm around somewhere, I don't want to, like, I would rather take a, if it's a situation that I don't understand, I'd rather take an aggressive play to learn about it. But when it's my ally there and I'm not around yet, I don't want them to take an aggressive play because it's a bunch of AI versus each other, and it's very coin flippy, right? So I just need to ping that more. So I guess what I could just say here is had which I think was a good early game plan, but the enemy bot lane did what they could to throw the game at level 1. Had a moment around 5 minutes where I pushed instead of respecting the second clear gank timing. Needed to back ping jungler from taking a coin flip fight mid as I was on my way to Rift. Cool. Silver 1. I'm getting comfortable enough with this stuff where it's like third wave gank was like half considered. Wasn't thinking about it because enemy bot lane fed and figured a gank wasn't a threat, which I don't think the gank was a threat. And I'm gonna go back to saying I should have just backpinged there. I'll take a note. I needed to back ping Kaisa from tower diving though. Didn't consider it. I was gonna say no, just so it's red, because that was pretty bad. Yeah, I paid attention to team win condition. Yeah, playing from fog, doing what I can. Neutral epics. Apart from needing to back ping people from feeder plays, the pressure was correct. I'm actually going to get rid of these Quadrant Foundation pink word columns just because they're like supernatural to me. I don't even think about supernatural. Yeah, like I'm not learning anything from thinking about these because they're just like fully ingrained in me. What happens if I delete the columns? Delete columns? Please don't break everything. Hey, it didn't break everything. Cool. I might also get rid of the Bush Contest early game strategy thing. Just because those are supernatural for me to think about as well. Basically, the whole point of this tracker is just to... Yeah, I'm going to get rid of these. I'm not going to not do them. I'm still doing them. It's just I don't need to take notes on it because I don't... Like, I never forget about it. I don't necessarily make the right decision, but I never forget to consider it and learn from it. The other things I have in here are things that I actually sometimes just kind of forget about considering properly, and then bad things happen. Okay, I'm not going to watch anymore because all the rest of this just snowballs off of this one bad play mid that I didn't backping. which is my fault. It happens. But I now will think about that more. Linked Spirit loved playing alongside you. Yeah. The Zach was the most bro there. He was good. The rest of the team gave up. I don't know who it was. I wasn't paying enough attention because I just don't even care. But there was somebody, one or more people on the team who gave up at like, I don't know, like 6 or 8 minutes into the game or something, which makes it very hard to win, but it's fine. Okay. I'm just going to get up, go get a drink, walk up and down the stairs, and then I will be back for the next game. Okay, I'm back. So, quick review. Obviously, still doing all the fundamental stuff. Thinking about matchup, what the early game plan is, blah, blah, blah. I really need to keep in mind pinging people off of bad plays. I don't do it enough. And thinking about it, I literally think it's just a lack of confidence that causes it. It's not. I'm not worried about tilting them. It's more like I don't want to ping them off a bad play, or what I think is a bad play, and then be the reason that they didn't make what was actually a good play, and then be like, oh fuck, right? But I just need to be confident and do it, because if I was wrong, then I can learn. And if they feed anyway, it's not my fault, right? So it's like, yeah. Yeah, okay, anyway. Let's go. Let's go. It is actually crazy, though. The anxiety and whatnot just doesn't exist anymore. Like, at all. I still feel, like, pressure to really focus and perform well, which is good. But it's not, like, stressful, per se. Technically, I think it is stress, because they're, like, the same thing, but it's not negative stress. It's just enough that it's like, I know I need to focus and do really well. Or more specifically, do my best. I'm not going to do really well in every game. Actually, something that I need to consider more is once I crash a wave and like leave and then go to a Rift Herald, I need to just like assume that my AD carry is going to feed and backping them, right? Because it's not like it costs me anything to do. Yeah. Rakin. Okay, I'm 4th pick here. And we're blue team, so I'm actually last pick on our team, I mean. Which does mean there's a good chance Rakan will get picked or banned. It's fine. I'm just gonna pick Renata, because weirdly, I find like they play obviously very differently, but I can have roughly the same game plan with both of them because they're both decent at level 1 and then pretty weak in the early game, and they scale nicely. So I can kind of consider lane plans very similar between the two of them. It seems like Graves is also super popular in this rating. Graves and Fizz have like very close to 100% presence. I wonder why. Maybe people perceive them as like free low. Well, obviously it's because people perceive them as free low, but I wonder why. Oh no! They picked Xayah. That makes me sad. Just because that means they're gonna probably pick Rakan. That's okay. Like I said, I can do Renata. They have an Aurelion Soul. Xayah. Okay, our team comp kind of doesn't really make any sense. I'm assuming they're picking Rakan here. Honestly, if I wasn't one-tricking Rakan, I would probably not pick him here, even if they don't pick him, just because I find Rakan and Xayah is very shaky. Like, if you W, she can just... If she has her ult, she just ults, and then you're screwed. And if she doesn't have her ult, you pretty much set yourself up for a root. Okay, it's a Rammus. I am picking Rakan, though.
Let's dance.
Okay, so their team comp is very strong in the front to back. Our team comp is very mobile. Very mobile. Except for Syndra. We have a random Syndra mid. We have Ezreal bot. Rakan support. Kane jungle and Graves is top. I realize Graves isn't like hyper mobile. When I say mobile, I mean he can go over walls. Oh, never mind. He switched to Rumble. Okay. Looks like they have a Brand Zaya. I might switch from double adaptive force to one magic resist for this lane, just because Brand can be a little bit of a bitch. Yeah, we're doing that. Okay. So they have a Rammus, very, very easy to gank early. Brand has a good fall. Not the best setup, just because it's kind of hard to reliably guarantee, like, get the stun. But with a Rammus, they can just run in and blurp, and then we're dead. So I need to respect the level 2 gank and pay attention to the 4:30 gank timing. I want to back on that cannon wave anyway, the 4-minute cannon wave. So basically just make sure I get that back timing. Their jungler is Vi, not Rammus. I figured it was Vi top Rammus, but Vi is still really good at ganking, so we're still going to respect it. I am actually going to play for bush control, just because Ezreal, like, no, I can't. I'm just going to ward top. Ezreal's bad early. Okay, muting mic for game.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned. been slain. team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Enemy killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed. Is legendary. Your inhibitor is respawning soon. Enemy is legendary. Your turret has been destroyed. Def-
Okay, so that game started okay. I needed to communicate pushing earlier to the Ezreal because he was just spam question mark pinging me because he didn't understand the gank threat from the Vi. He didn't understand the gank threat from the Vi. So I needed to just like ping on the Vi and push because I wanted to basically just make sure that we couldn't get like a 3-camp ganked bot. I'll start up the replay in a second. My vision score was good. 3 per minute. More than 3 per minute. Holy shit. Download replay. But yeah, okay. Well, this is downloading. I don't know why it takes so long to download replays. Like, I know that they're like, I guess their replay download server is probably slow. Okay. Wanted to crash second wave. Israel wanted to slow push. Needed to communicate that Vibrand Zaya together is a scary early gank. Messy play around first rift. but I was able to test it, or was able to get it, whatever, on second try. Made some risky plays mid-game that I'm fine with because I didn't know the outcome and was testing limits. I think that's about it. Yes. The team win condition was a thing that it's like, I know what I want to do in this game because like they have a really strong front to back, right? Like they don't have an enchanter, but Zaya, Brand, and Aurelian Soul just kind of want to throw stuff over the top of the invincible ball of Rammus. Whereas we kind of have a really mismatch team comp, which is sort of front to backy, because like Rumble, Syndra, or Khan can do that, but then at the same time, I guess Ezreal can too. But I feel like their team is better at front to back than our team is. They have a lot more just general. Like I know Rumble has good AoE, but in general, all of them just kind of have casual AoE that you don't even notice really. Like Zaya Feathers, Brand's like just AoE passive burning stuff, Rammus's alt and damage reflect, all that kind of thing. Obviously, literally everything Aurelian Soul does. So I feel like their front to back was stronger than ours. So what I wanted to do was to try and use our mobility, because Ezreal, Kayn, Rakan together are really mobile, to get ahead in tempo for objectives. But I don't really know how to communicate that with the team. So it's like, did I play towards the win condition? Technically, no, because I was team fighting, but I'm not sure how to communicate the intent to the team, because if you just ping stuff, everyone kind of deathballs there, when what I would rather have happen in this specific game is like Ezreal, Kayn, and I, or maybe like Ezreal and I push out mid and then rotate to something with Kayn really fast, right? And then Syndra can just like stick mid and farm, and Rumble can sit in a bush somewhere or whatever, right? Not deathball, basically. But I don't know how to communicate that with pings. So I'm just gonna say yes here, but take a comment, like a note saying like, I don't know how to communicate that I don't want to death ball using just pings. I don't know how to communicate. I don't want to death ball, and instead use mobility to out rotate opponents for vision and objective priority. So that's actually a note that I'm going to take. Daily summary. How does one communicate not death balling via only pings? Merge. Am I unmuted? Yeah, okay, good. Playing fog. This is a column that I feel like I can actually stop tracking, because I'm obviously like I'm not always perfect, but I'm never not thinking about it at this point. So I can probably remove this column. I'm not actually going to delete it though. I think what I'll do is I'll just... Oh, I can just hide columns, can't I? I forgot about that. Hide? No, hide column. cool. I just won't take notes on it going forward until I need to. That way I can bring it back if needed. Neutral epics. Silly fight around first rift. Need to respect that even around the 8-minute mark was I don't know if I was a lot weaker. I just played it poorly. Silly fight around first. That I need to review, but otherwise fine. I'm pretty sure one of the plays that I like, basically we were winning the game and there was a play that I wasn't sure about, so I took it just so I could learn, and obviously it was bad. But I think that play lost us the game, so I'm gonna have to review it. Comms, still focusing on back pinging bad plays. Did better this game though. Evaluation. I had to change the game plan a fair bit early when Israel wanted to slow push into a Vi gank. Action to stay. Action to play for vision was a good adaptation. Yeah. I also just noticed that our Ezreal sold his mythic at one point. He had a Divine Sunderer. I don't know when he sold it, but he opted to sell the mythic. So that would partially explain why our team lacked damage, because the way I see it is like the only time you ever want to sell an item in the game, even if it was a wrong buy, is like if the sell and buy something else either doesn't matter in the sense of like you're full build and you have 10,000 gold in your inventory and you just switch, that's fine. Or if the change is like game altering immediately, not like I sell my Divine Sunderer and buy half of another mythic, or sell my Divine Sunderer and buy a mythic, but then I'm super far behind tempo on my next item. I see it more like if you're playing support and you're about to finish your second item, and I don't know, the single person on the enemy team that is a threat is their mid lane Morgana, and you had gone Frozen Heart because you were worried about Tryndamere, like maybe selling that to switch for a Crucible. But like at that point, it's kind of just pay attention more. So it's just, I don't like selling items in general. I think if you're selling an item before being 6 items, you probably just fuck something up. But you're better off not putting yourself behind tempo by 1,000, 1,500 gold. I think it's about 1,000 gold for 80 carries that you set yourself behind. Yeah, okay. So this one I was fairly happy with. I honestly don't remember what game time the play that I made was. Lane phase is the only thing I want to review. Is like I needed a ping push on this wave, obviously. Probably could have W'd the brand there. He just used a pillar. It would have been fine. Here I'm just trying to get bush control. Now I just want to push. Ezreal starts pinging me. all I want to do here is get that pushed in faster so we can ward this and then let it rebound to us and catch it and freeze it here. That's the goal, right? Ezreal didn't want to though, so that's fine. So what I do is I go up there, ping to ward, ask him to ward, and then I kind of just play and don't push, and then I ask him to hold the wave, but he doesn't want to. I think he just starts pushing again. But oh no, right. They try we don't push enough is what it is. Right. I could have hit the wave more, basically, to try and freeze it. I just needed to hit it more. I didn't respect how fast they would kill it. I could have hit the wave more. That one is just, like, you just can't... I was so far behind on Spell Thieves. I think there's a chance in a lane like this that I probably should go Relic Shield, actually. And, like, in the future, that might be something that I just do. If I'm against, like, a mage support that I just can't realistically contest early, I'll probably just go Relic Shield. Not many games where I'll have to, but Relic Shield would have let me help push the second wave a lot faster. And I could get more money, because I'm hesitant to ever W them even when they're going for last hits. Because if I W either of them... Oh yeah, this push here, by the way, was literally just to get a recall in. Because we had a huge stacked wave. So I was like, okay, cool, do that, recall, get some free recall doo-doos. This guy probably had a decent amount of money. Yeah, he could have gotten a Sheen. Actually, you could have gotten a Sheen and boots, but I think he stayed and that fucked it up. I did actually ping recall a bunch to try and get him to recall. See him recalling, we just pushed it in. I don't want to try and stop a freeze. I just don't fucking care. It's like I'm just taking the recall. Okay, so you can't actually... Weird. You can't actually see that I pinged recall, but I literally pinged recall a bunch to tell this guy to recall. That doesn't show up in here for some reason. But yeah, anyway, I wanted Ezreal to recall and buy some stuff, but he wants to stay in lane. Because we're not going to get another good base timing in my mind before I need to go for Rift. But yeah, anyway, this is just me staying out of vision for some stuff. I probably could have walked and stayed back there, but I'm trying to zone a little bit just to give Ezreal some farm. Oh yeah, I'm just setting up the Cinder play. I was waiting for Xayah to move a little bit too far up here. Yeah, she went for the last hit, or the auto attack, so I'm like, cool, free kill, blah blah blah. And then right here, I wanna... Oh yeah, I was gonna recall and then I'm like, oh fuck, we need to push this way. That was my bad. But yeah, I start pinging for Rift. At some point here. Yeah, okay. I don't know what ping is best to use for that. I'm just trying to get, like, this guy to confirm that he hears the ping, is all. Yeah, once he pings it, I'm like, okay, cool. Then I can commit. I wish there was more of, like, an accepted, hey, yeah, we ping these things. Like, confirm. So right here was silly. I could have ran from the Vi. I didn't think it was a problem. I don't think it is a problem if Brand isn't there. So Brand just walks out of the bush. Not gonna lie, I was worried about the Aurelion Soul and the Vi. I didn't notice the Brand until right here. This is when I noticed Brand, when I dashed away. I should have noticed him before I dashed. That's funny, the Vi sound effect. Okay, anyway. Oh, that's annoying. Anyway, I didn't notice the brand until right there. And I'm trying to decide what way to go. I probably should have walked here. Like, this is the micro thing, but Vi already used all of her shit. Brand is way more frustrating. What's the word? Threatening than Vi is. I should have just walked left. I put this pink down completely accidentally. Like, that was just like, it wasn't panic. It was literally just like a fat finger, because I have where I have it. It was a button I accidentally hit, so it doesn't matter. Basically, ignore that. I should have just walked left and W'd here, and 100% I would have been fine. So this is a pretty bad play, but that's just a small micro thing. If I noticed him earlier, I probably would have had more time to think about it. But it was a little bit just like, I wasn't sure. Oh, right. I saw that. Okay, it wasn't showing in the replay. That's why I didn't go back to the left. Okay, that makes sense. You couldn't see it in the replay, the circle for the Brilliant Soul. Okay, never mind. In that case... Or can you see it in the replay? Hold on. Or does it not show you? Oh, no, you can see it. Okay, I'm just blind. But okay, in-game I saw that. And that's why I didn't walk back here. That said, I don't know if Urkon can make that dash, like, from here outside of this circle down to there. But anyway, it wasn't the Vi, it was this I didn't want to get hit by, because if I get hit by that, Brand comes up and kills, right? So I'm thinking I can get over here maybe and dash this, maybe, and get stunned under tower. Might die, might live, but this guy would get chonked and then blah, blah, blah. But either way, I just need to know the Brand was there earlier. And this is the note that I took, where it's like, I need to get better at looking at the minimap during intense moments. This is what I mean by it costs me sometimes. This entire time leading up to this, like, my eyes are glued to the minimap. Like, even here when I see the Vi, like, my eyes are on the minimap mostly, because I know what I'm gonna do. Like, my eyes are on the map, and then, like, around here is when I stop looking at the map, because I'm thinking, okay, Vi is doing stuff, saw Aurelian Soul come over, I need to focus on this play. And then because there's, like, this stuff going on, I didn't notice this guy, because during that little intense moment, I wasn't looking at the map. And that's where I need to get better at, during intense moments. There's always, like, little bits of downtime where looking doesn't matter, and I need to start looking at the minimap in those bits of downtime, right? For example, right here, she goes blah, 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 and then I W her. There's literally nothing I can do right now. Syndra's out of range. I'm Wing her. I don't even need to E out to Syndra yet. I kind of wasted my E here. I could have just walked down this way. But I need to just look at the minimap. But I'm not, because this is happening. So that's like a... I have a note for this somewhere. Oh, it's not even in my current area of focus. Okay. In that case, I'm going to mark this as yellow, just so I know it's the next what the fuck is happening? Basically, it's the next thing I want to focus on, is that, so I'm not going to put more weight on it then. I thought it was in the trainer. I'm just going to say rip. That'll be fixed in the future. I don't want to put too much effort on it right now. I think I am telling people to back away here, yeah, because they're really wanting to smash their face into the enemy. This was sketchy. Like, scuffed as fuck. But then because the fight went on so long, we get a free Rift Herald, because they're all dead right now, so, you know, you win some, you lose some. Cool. They think they're trading dragon for it. You fools. Yeah, right here, I wanted to just let them have dragon. Like, in my mind, I'm thinking sack dragon, we got Rift Herald. It's first dragon, no one fucking cares. Let's just shove this, whack this a bunch, and like basically hit the tower with Rift Herald and minions until 5 seconds after we hear that they take dragon, and then we can start running up this way to recall. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm not sure exactly how to communicate that with the team. Because, like, this is, yeah, here I'm literally just making sure it gets a charge off on the tower, because Syndra tries to kill herself. Okay, so that's fine. Kinda, I just need to back ping that, basically. Like, back, and then ping forward here. Assist me, whatever. People just get tunneled on taking... It's weird. When you have free objectives that you can go and take, no one wants to do it. But the moment an enemy starts hitting an objective, everyone's brain leaves, and they're all like, we have to go and throw our face at it. So I need to figure that out. Okay, here... I'm just looking for a chance to get a reset, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm just hovering because I'm like... I know this Ezreal is tilted the entire team. Oh yeah, right. I wanted to know, how do you know when this guy has his ult ready? Can you just see that in a normal game? Like, can you see how close he is to getting it? Not when he has it or when he doesn't, but how close he is. Like, if he's at 80%, can you tell? But yeah, anyway, the team is fighting here for no reason. I just need to back ping them. It is insane how Aurelion Sol has literally 0 cast time though. But okay, you got that. That was a weird death animation. I just need to back ping up there. This was to give us some space. I didn't want them to like take the tower too fast. I'm fine with that engage. It's not optimal, but it does get them off and it gives us a back timing, so I'm happy with that. Oh yeah, right here. This is a small thing. When I hit tab and I looked at the dragon and Rift Herald spawn timers, I can't remember exactly what the numbers said, but for whatever reason, I read them where in my mind dragon was spawning after Rift Herald. Like, I don't know if it was like dragon said 2 minutes when I was down here and Rift Herald said, I don't know, 5, and in my brain I like flipped that or something. It wouldn't have been 5 though, but yeah, that's just a small thing. That was kind of funny. But anyway, that one I adapted when someone pinged. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a dum-dum. Right here, I'm just trying to play in fog as much as I can. I got her ult, I'm happy with that. I think I'm pinging my ult, telling people that I don't have it yet. Yeah, right there. Okay, good. Good. This was silly. This was a silly play. I shouldn't have gone up there. It's just the 2 LBR. If I hadn't gone up there, we could have cleaned this up. But Okay, so right here, what I want to do is, I don't know if I communicate this, but in my mind, I want to just give up Dragon and go get Rift Herald. Right? Because we just all died down here. Kane is respawning. Oh yeah, I think I did, because this is where I was pinging to do... Oh my god, I'm getting the games mixed up. Anyway, I should have pinged back off from here and to go do Rift Herald. Because we're going to be spawning as they're running back. They're going to have started this before Kane can do anything. And if we just go up here, we'll have this like at least half dead before they get there, and then we can turn and fight or whatever. But right here I'm trying to get this guy to back off, but he's not backing off, so I just help. This was a compensation play that turned out well. I just probably shouldn't have done that though. I changed the plan from this to, or sorry, from Rift to this after their team fed though. So that's fine. And I want to go to Rift. I probably shouldn't have bothered clearing that ward, honestly. It lost me some tempo. Didn't really get anything from it. Yeah. Oh, this one saddened me. I was just trying to stop it. Like I know that if I W into Rammus, it cancels my W, obviously. But the goal was to just stop him from being able to engage on Syndra. It's like all I cared about was just make sure he can't engage, right? But I think he used his ultimate like the frame before my W hit him. Yeah, look at that. He knocked me up with his Q while he was already ulting. That's like just really, really sad timing. It's like frame perfect. It's okay though. He ends up not engaging anyway, but it's really Soul. What's the cooldown on this? Okay, it's normal. So no, it looks like you can't tell how stacked it is until it's ready for the big stack. It is crazy how there's no cast on it though, but that's okay. Okay, I'm only do all this shit. The reason I want to death bomb is and then at some point I made a play here because I wasn't sure about the outcome and I wanted to. I was limit testing, but it cost us the game, which sucks. But that's okay. No. I don't remember what it was though, because I didn't want to dwell on it in game, so I kind of just said like, "Rip, that was a bad idea," and I'll review it later. So that's what I'm doing now. Oh yeah. Okay, this was funny. I shouldn't have done this. I should have just let him go. When I missed that W, I should have just let him go. Just because I wasted my ultimate. It's the only reason. But it's okay. I won't do this in the... Okay, I probably will do this in the future, if I'm being fully honest. I'll try not to do that in the future. The flash doesn't even matter, it's the ult that... So what did I do? There was a play that I really threw in. Was it here? I don't know if it was here, honestly. I do not remember. I know that in game I was like, okay, I don't want to dwell on it. I'll review it later. No, that was clean. Oh, did I go in here? No, okay. Okay. For a second I was like, that's fucking stupid. I knew that was dumb, so if I went in there, then that's not limit testing, that's just being dumb. Oh, right. I think it was at Baron when we tried to stop them. This was... I should have let them take this. Yeah, this is what it was. Like right here, this was literally... I didn't know the answer to this question. I remember this now. I didn't know the answer. I was like, okay. So, we have Syndra here, right? With all her stuff. Not her summoners, but like she has her ultimate. They're tanking Baron. They're kind of low-ish. Sorry, yawn. Can we fight this? And I didn't know, so I went in just to see. That's kind of the long story short. But did he ult? No. Okay. Who did I go for here? Oh yeah, I just went. Is that what cost us the fight? Oh my god, that is what cost us the fight. Okay. Is that what cost us the fight? We charge him. Okay, we gotta go through the sword. What the fuck is happening? Yeah, like I said, this is a limit testing thing. I had no idea. In my mind, I know it was 4, but we were 3, like our 2 damage dealers and me. And they're tanking Baron and whatnot, and they're low, so I'm like, okay, let's see. This cost us the game though, but... Okay, so I do that. Do that. Okay, that thing dies instantly. That's fine. So the main problem here is I've used my W, which did let us kill the brand. So by Wing there... The brand needed to die because you get AoEs down. Obviously the Aurelian Soul also needs to die. Okay, so what happens here? So Ezreal W's nothing. I go back to Peel for this. Okay, I'm just peeling. Ezreal shifts towards the Vi. Misses a Q. Okay. If I had W differently, that's the only thing I feel like I could have changed here. Basically, instead of Wing these two, my brain turned off, whatever their names are. Brandon and Vi. What I think I might have been able to do instead was just ult, run in and charm both of them, which would probably still give enough damage in CC for Syndra to kill the brand, or for Baron to kill the brand. But then I could have gone back onto the Aurelian Soul and stopped the Rammus. Right? Because it felt like we should have been able to win this. Charm that instead of... Okay, so instead of Wing here. So imagine I don't W. I just get that huge move speed boost because my move speed right now is like 600 or something, right? 560. I just walk up and charm them. I don't W them, right? I can then just use that move speed to charm this guy. So right about here, same time, I'd be charming them instead of Wing. And then I could use that move speed to run back down this way and cut that off. And just W here. Like right here, I would charm them and then just W there. So this knock up, basically by the time they land, these guys would be getting knocked up instead. And if they are knocked up, I am then here and Ezreal is... Yeah, I honestly think that might have been the difference, actually. Yeah, because I might not have stopped that, but I at least would have been here and I could have been a wall for this thing. And Syndra might have like been encouraged to kite down then away from the Vi. Okay. So I still don't know if this play is winnable. But if I see something like this again, like a situation where it's like I have my 2 damage dealers and they're all chunked and whatnot, I think the only difference is instead of committing my dash into the pit, I want to use my ult to charm people, and then my dash back out to whoever they're trying to collapse on or wherever they're grouping. I think that's all I would change, but I'm going to do it again next time. But yeah, anyway, we all end up getting deaded here. I don't know why the Vi flashed, but that's fine. And then I think that's it. The rest of the game is just like... Yes, it was still winnable. Oh, that was poor chart. Okay, this last fight was also bad. After this, I don't really care about the rest of the game because the double terrible fight in a row is what cost us. So these people are low. I'm worried that... So the reason I go on Brand here is, in my mind, these two together should be able to kill him or at least not die to him. Like both of them. Like even if one dies, if they go 1 for 1, it's okay. So my goal here is these are their 2 big threats, right? So I don't care about this because I feel like that's going to go in our way, even if only slightly. I feel like these are the 2 threats. I think I used Shirelius to get closer to the fight. Yeah, I did, because I realized I was too far away. I think I went on Brand with my dash here, so I dashed to her. Yeah, I don't know what the W is. And then I dashed in the team with Brand past the... Wait, so what happened here? Yeah, I'm fine with Australia's there. Okay. So yeah, I just fucked up. All I had to do there was not W past the Brand. If I just run and charm all them, I need to start holding my W more. Is the TLDR? I'm gonna take that as a note. Be more patient with W. Less patient or after ulting specifically. It's just the TLDR. That's all that happened there. Okay, and then at this point, it was just real bad because we completely got them back into the game, so here it's a coin flip. I don't want to try and get more out of that game. Cool. Cool. I now go eat food. Eat the food.